1, 2, 3.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My girl,
My girl.
my girl.
Talking about my girl. Ooh, ooh.
My girl. Was I supposed to do that?
Hello, everyone out there. I'm Brian Tierney. This is the Blessed Life University podcast, the BLU podcast for short. With me today, chilling like a villain, always making a killing, is my co-host, Kimmy Larson. What is up, Kimmy? What's going on with you, boo?
Oh, man, a lot. 2022 is quite amazing so far.
You're the co-host with the most host.
Hey.
And if she don't like you, she might ghost. But if she do like you, she might toast to the good life.
Yes, baby.
We
Woo!
had a little karaoke kicking it off earlier with a little bit of Temptations there. My girl. What you know about my girl? What you know about that old school? What you know about that singing?
You know, I do have to say, I hope I don't scare anyone away with my crazy voice.
I don't think so. Because usually when men and women do podcasts together, it's called like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So you can guess which one I am. So I think your voice added in the mix.
I was the
It's probably
beast
good.
voice, and not in a good way.
Nothing like a little LaCroix soda here. Nice and bubbly and delicious.
Yeah, 'cause
little
you're-
flavorings added in. Because I'm sober since
Yes.
October.
Ha!
And
You're
I
a
shall
poet.
be until St. Patrick's Day. And then I might have a Guinness. And if you're going to be around, we'll all drink one down. What do you think
Woo!
about that, everybody?
I wa-
Everybody's fucking Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to be there for a toast on that day.
Good luck finding me, girl. I'm going to be fucking party hopping.
Yeah.
So usually how it works is like St. Patrick's Day is a season, if you will. You go on tour for St. Patrick's Day. So this year the tour starts a little early. We're going to the Dropkick Murphys Saturday, February 26th, Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to be there. I don't know if a lot of my friends, they probably never even listen to metal or punk rock, but I'm like, dude, you want to go to a fucking Little Rager show, throw down, fucking hang out, drink some beers, and feel Irish as fuck, and feel like they sing these like fight songs. It's like, you know, support the union and fucking, you know, let's stand together,
Wow.
united and shit, and like that's a perfect message for right now. So
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be going with some of my friends. You should go too. When's the last time you've been to a concert?
I haven't been to a concert in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a very long time. I need
Yeah.
to go.
All the concerts got fucking COVID, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right? What am I
Yeah.
My
So you went to
comfy
where you got your slipper fall off?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm comfy.
Well, you gotta be comfy here. That's what this is all about. We're gonna be sitting back talking, chilling. Definitely gotta be comfy. We ain't about to sit here, friggin' hour or whatever, uncomfortable.
No, you can't do that. That's why I got my
That's
comfy,
what
colorful
kids do.
socks on.
We're adults.
Sometimes.
You got your little Easter colors there.
I do.
Easter
Why
socks?
why is that?
Oompa loompa doopity dee. Here comes the Easter bunny to give me a basket full of eggs and some chocolates too. But I don't eat chocolate. What the fuck you gonna do? It's lit.
Did you just make that up?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Oh, that is
I'm gonna
so
be rapping on the
awesome.
next episode of the podcast, just briefly, because I don't have all the shit memorized, but the rest will be written down, and so we'll figure that out. But yes, I'm also writing a rap album in the new year. We'll talk more about that later. But back to the St. Patrick's Day tour, full circle.
Yes.
So Dropkick Murphy, Saturday, February 26th, Chicago, Illinois. It's going down. My Irish brothers from other mothers coming in from Boston. And then usually the first parade of the year that I go to is the Forest Park Irish Parade. So it's like Harlem and Madison. I call it the North Side Irish Parade, although there's another one that's called the North Side Irish Parade. But Harlem and Madison is a little north for me since we're at 63rd and Central over here. So that one's awesome because the whole strip of Madison Street is just all bars. And I've been going down there
Oh, that's
since
pretty
I was
awesome. I didn't
younger,
know about
yeah.
that either.
Yeah, just all bars, and they're reasonable. Like, there's this one bar we always go to, Scratches. Fucking love the place. They do like $5 corned beef sandwiches and like dollar beers, and they're cheap, shitty beers. They're like, Labatt Blue if you're lucky or something. You know what I mean? And but they're good. They're
Yeah.
good, and anything's good if you haven't drank in like 5 months or 6 months. So I usually stick to Coors Light, but on St. Patrick's Day it's gonna be Guinness. And for all the listeners out there, this is your Irish boy, Brian Tierney, right? Irish guy, sometimes called the Irish Capone, rap album coming out. Right?
Yes.
Anyway, Guinness out of the bottle tastes better than Guinness out of a can.
Yes. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that.
I don't know.
I don't like anything in a can.
I'll drink some stuff out of a can. Like, if it's an American beer, it's like, a lot of people call that piss beer. I don't, whatever, like, I'll drink a Miller Lite. I'll drink a Coors Light. Coors is my personal kind of favorite of the light beers. It's like, whatever. It's,
I like Stella or Corona.
Stella's good.
Stella.
Stella. Yeah, Stella's good. It's it's a real pure, because I don't know, what is that, like Holland or fucking somewhere in Europe they make
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's a pure beer. A lot of people like Stella, Heineken, whatever. There's other ones. Spaten is one of those ones. It's like that, similar to a Stella. That one's not as popular, but. So Forest Park Irish Parade, that'll be usually like the first weekend of March.
Okay.
Then the next weekend, I used to go to the downtown St. Patrick's Day Parade, but my good friends and familia at Realty of Chicago do a St. Patrick's Day party, and usually that shit's pretty lit. We start kind of in the afternoon and go till 7, 8 o'clock at night, and they usually have it at their office. So they'll have like drinks and a DJ or whatever, and
Cool.
we just have fun. So it's like not totally Irish. I mean, everybody's wearing green, but it's whatever, dance music and all this. So I started doing that instead of going to the downtown parade, because when I was in law school, we would go to the downtown parade because we had like an Irish student group that would march in the parade and all that. So I kind of skipped that one, but if I can, the Southside Irish Parade is down here on that's usually like the Sunday right before St.
yeah.
Patrick's Day. And that one's between 103rd and Western and 115th
Oak Lawn,
and Western.
right?
Well, it's
Kind of?
It's Mount Greenwood, Beverly
Okay.
area
Okay.
of Chicago. And then after that, we like to go to Bourbon Street, because 115 Bourbon Street, right over there by Kedzie, and 115th Street.
I haven't been
know-
there in forever.
They know how to treat you over there.
Yeah.
They know how to treat you over there.
I'm going to have to do that. If you guys go to Bourbon Street, tell me. Because I'd like to go
We'll
there.
be going eventually. I just got to see if COVID poo-pooed on the St. Patrick's Day parades this year.
It's very true.
Because
But do you think cold and flu season would have come down a little bit, and then they'll be more laxed, like summer?
I hope so. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people, and then there'll be a lot of people in bars, so maybe you'll see a spike after St. Patrick's Day, but the parades are outside. I mean, it doesn't, even Tony Fauci probably says, like, you're probably good outside, right? Like, even though he's like, get the shot, get the
He's
shot,
very
get the shot.
confusing.
He is, because he says one thing, and then he says another, and
Yes.
probably lying. Probably.
Probably.
Right?
You never know. You never know with any of that stuff anymore.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, I hope they don't, because the parades are outside most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so...
Well,
And by most of the time, I mean all the time. Parades are outside. But what I mean is, like, most of the time when you're at a parade, you're, like, out there in the fresh air.
Yes.
So hopefully they have them. But that whole beginning of the month is, like, 2-3 weeks for me of just each weekend there's something going on.
So when COVID first started,
Mm-hmm.
that first year, during the summer, did you ever get yelled at by anyone? Like, why are you not wearing your mask?
No, because I wore my mask, I mean... the masks give
Outside, I
you some
didn't.
protection. They're not a lot. Like, they say, like, 18% of the air you breathe just goes, like, right in and out through the side. So if you're in a room with somebody and they have COVID or whatever, and you're just there, like, eventually the mask is not really
Right.
gonna do anything. So, but outside, it's, I think they say UV light kills it. So if you're in the sunshine, whatever, and then if you're just outside, it's ventilated. You need, like, more enclosed spaces or large volumes of people to be just breathing this and spreading it around to each other, I think. So
Yeah.
outside should be good, but you never know. I mean, these politicians, a lot of them are scared, and well, you already had COVID, and you got natural immunity. Well, get a vaccine, and then, well, it doesn't stop you from getting COVID. You could have a breakthrough phase. Get another vaccine, get a booster too. Maybe we'll talk about a fourth one after that. So it's like this on and on and on thing, And so hopefully they won't be scared and they won't shut down the parades and we can all be outside and, enjoy things in nature. That would be really cool, I feel, especially for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be nice.
I think St. Patrick, if he were here, just wouldn't look too kindly on his parade getting canceled so many times.
Brian, when they had Lollapalooza and they had thousands and thousands of people and they were really close to each other and the numbers didn't go up. You know what I mean? Baseball games. So, I don't know. Just saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, for me, it was a good week. It was, the daytime was good, but so my wife cooked this like nice saute on Monday, but it was like she cooked it with butter and whatever it was, and I think it was like chicken sausage in there too. So whatever nasty grease or whatever from that got me, Kimmy. So that was the start of the week. That happened on Monday night, going into Tuesday. So my sleep was off, and then I ate late one night. So I got home and Sarah made like pasta and like ground up like sausage, like Italian sausage, and it tasted so good at the time. But the problem was I was coming home and it was already like 9-ish, 9:30.
Oh, so it laid heavy.
It laid heavy, but I laid into it heavy. I went hard in the paint on that shit, and I ate all the stuff that she made me, and then I ate that she had some stuff in the side that she was gonna put in the fridge. I'm like, I'm gonna eat that too, because I was hungry. It was all day. Like I had some food in the afternoon, like a small sandwich or something. And then I exercised, and so like my body was just like, I burned off all those calories. I was hungry as hell, overate, and I paid the price because that morning woke up like really early in the morning, stomach upset, couldn't keep anything down, not even water, which I think my body actually needed it, and just to like get rid of the other poison that I shouldn't have been keeping down. And so that was that. So it happened to me twice this week. I never really caught up on my sleep, and but there were a few good things. So number one, I got my new boots.
Woo!
Got my new boots. God damn it! I've been wanting them boots for a while.
Well, cheers.
And cheers to that. I got my new boots. Your boys gonna be doing good in the snow, the rain, the sleet, and the snow. I'm ready for the rain, the sleet, the snow, and I'm ready to throw if I have to. But anyway, yeah, no, I got my new boots, and so I found them out. I was at a breakfast meeting over at Team Louis Ortiz over there in Berwyn, Illinois, and I saw my guy had them on, my guy Danny Ortiz, and I was like, hey man, I was like, I saw the brand name on there. I'm like, where'd you get them at? And he goes, oh, I got them on their website. So I ordered them, and sure enough, they showed up during the week, and I was just feeling good. I'm like, man, whatever, you little bitch ass snow, like I was good to go. So I finally got those because in this, city or whatever, you need good boots.
Yes, you do.
Know what I mean? Like ice,
well,
snow,
when the snow
whatever.
melts, you got all that water and dirty,
Yeah.
So you need the kind of rain snow boots.
Those are the best ones, like the ones that are waterproof,
Yes.
Because your feet will feel a little cold when you're wearing them, but at least that they're like warm and dry by the time you get those damn things off. They're good to go. So that's dope. Got my new boots or whatever, and I'm ready for all this bullshit. I'm going to be wearing them all the time just to, I was wearing dress shoes for a while because my other shoes were in the shop. So I want to send a quick shout out to Fernando Barrera. He has his shoe store down there on like 103rd and Kedzie. He does shoe repair. So I had another pair of boots with him, a couple dress shoes. He basically turned them into brand new. So now not only got my boots, but I got those too. So your boy's going to be stepping out like in style.
Good. Good job.
Shoes.
Awesome.
Shout out to Fernando. Thanks for the good work, brother. You put your soul into the shoes, literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you literally did.
Yeah, new soles, new inserts, new laces. The whole thing. They're tip-top now. Tip-top shape.
Well, I have to go back to the whole eating thing. So you post a lot of your dinners on Facebook.
Yeah.
Sarah seems to be a very good cook because all
She's a
the
good
food
cook.
looks delicious.
She's a good cook. Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff you're seeing is restaurant food, but most, like, if it's the little tablecloth and stuff, that's me at home. That's her making it. She'll make some salmon.
Yeah.
She makes this chicken piccata real good. She made this, like, shrimp dish one night with, like, can't remember. It was like pasta, and she put this like spicy sauce glaze thing on it. And it was just, damn, that shit was fire. Wish I had some at home tonight.
Now I just need to find me someone. So that's going to be on the list of, you know, the good parts of, okay, you know how to cook, you know how to fix a car. You're in. You pass.
So, like, a guy with a shirt off working on the car who's going to clean up
and
go
make
in there
dinner
and cook some dinner, light a couple candles.
Yeah.
Friggin' sizzle a steak, flip it.
The next guy has to cook.
Well, if I had to guess, a song that would fit your situation is that you don't want any scrubs.
Oh, exactly. Can you sing that?
No, I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is a guy who can't get no love from Kimmy. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at her. Trying to holler at her. Yeah. Are you yelling at me, motherfucker? I don't want to talk to you. Keep on going.
Yep.
Keep on going.
No.
Right off.
Well, that's awesome. You get to go home, do a good dinner.
My wife's working tonight. I'm going to a place called the Branding Iron on like Harlem and 71st. They got a cedar plank salmon there, and I got a taste for that tonight. Mm-hmm. A little mac and cheese on the side, a little mushrooms, little sauteed mushrooms.
I'm jealous.
Good, delicious. I wish you didn't have to go because you.
I know. I
getting
would
ready
join
for the week
you.
ahead, or what?
Well, I have a lot of paperwork and notes to type up for my clients. So my happy week, I got 5 new clients.
This last week?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
You sound like a realtor or an attorney. We had 5 new clients in the last week. Oh, shit.
So shout out to all my new clients. I'm so excited. Your journey is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and all 5 of you, watch the Blessed Life University podcast, the Blue podcast for sure. Watch it.
Yes.
Tune in. We're out here putting our hearts and our souls on the line.
That's right.
So you guys have some entertainment during the wintertime.
Yeah. You got to laugh.
Some karaoke for you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we can do. We can get karaoke music. That way, then I have the music in the background. And then I can probably hit a tune. Maybe. Hopefully.
I think even the karaoke music, if we had a speaker, we'd probably get pulled from YouTube for copyright concerns. But
even karaoke?
I mean, there might be a way I could like put it into the headphones, but I'm not that tech savvy. Like you're thinking,
Yeah,
Brian,
no.
you've set up a whole podcast with all the equipment. You upload the videos, download them, you video out of them software, and you're not that
Yeah.
tech savvy. Well, those are the tricks I know. Just those.
Well, we'll work on that for the future. And I'll work on my voice.
Okay.
How's that?
From life coaching to singing lessons.
For podcasting.
You gotta use your stuff to keep it sharp. You gotta practice your skills. You know?
Yeah.
Gotta practice your skills. But yeah. So I got my new boots. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I went to Menards this week. I had to got a little storage cabinet because my family likes to fucking drink me dry to come in here in my office and just drink my liquor. So that stuff's gonna stay there because that's just for the looks collection to have a little something in the background.
Yeah.
But I got a little cabinet for the basement. I bought a whole bunch of other stuff. So when I was there, I'm like, let me see if my guys are working. So before law school, I used to work at Menards, and I worked at the one in Bridgeview, Illinois. And after I left, just time goes on. Menards like to shuffle people around. They don't want you to get too comfortable with your coworkers, like if you're a manager,
Mm-hmm.
So they transfer you every few years or whatever. But my guy Nacho and this other dude Jim Kerrigan, they used to work at the Bridgeview location. They're out at Countryside now. So I'm like, man, I'm going to Countryside. I'm like, let me bring a few bottles of Buffalo Trace.
Mm.
Hand out like a little something for the new year.
Yeah.
Let them know I'm thinking of them. I didn't forget about them. Your guys still thinking about you guys,
Yeah.
man, when I come in.
You should, okay, now I have to say it, but you should stop at, like, Target and get the party can. It's a margarita party can.
Margarita party can?
Yeah. It's literally in a can. It says party can, and it's margarita or their Cosmopolitan. So delicious.
And give them out as gifts?
No, to drink. You put it in your thing downstairs.
In the cabinet? I mean, so you're giving me a hint for next time you're coming over, which is hopefully Saturday night.
The next time I come, I'm bringing the party can.
Well, good.
Okay.
That seems to be your area of expertise. It's your recommendation.
Yes.
You know where to get it.
Yes. So
Get your little
I'm
Target
going...
card with your 5% discount.
That's right. Yeah, so I'll bring that.
You bring
some
that.
good
Is
stuff.
that your drink of choice or what? Outside of wine?
Outside of wine.
Oh.
Yeah, because I love margaritas. I love Mexican food.
Me too.
On the north side, because I live in Lincoln Park, there's in Lakeview a restaurant called El Mariachi.
El Mariachi.
Oh my God, such good food. It's a tiny little place,
Yeah.
but everyone in there is so welcoming and fun, and the food is very authentic, delicious.
El Mariachi.
And they really want you to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best fiestas usually involve a good bit of social drinking, yeah.
Yeah. And they give you shots, like, on them. Like, here, have a shot on me.
Yeah. Are
I don't
you
know.
hungry? You'd like to order more food? How about another margarita? By the way, the margaritas here are like $18 each. Like, oh, shit.
That's funny.
For real, friend?
So does Sarah like Cosmopolitan or margarita?
I think she likes margarita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll get 2 cans then,
Yeah, she likes margarita.
so she can have one.
Well, she's going to be working next Saturday, but I'll still be having the fights here.
No, you can,
Just for later.
yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good. She'll
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
It'll be very thoughtful of you.
I know.
She's like, Kimmy thought of you. She wanted to give you a little buzz with a margarita.
Did you ever give her that ring? I'm asking
I
you.
did. Yeah, I gave it to her. I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't going to wear it. I mean, it was a nice ring, but
Well, it was for
not
her.
really my style.
No, it
You know
was
what I mean?
for
Not really my
her.
style, yes. Good thing it was, because I wouldn't wear the motherfucker.
It was a girly ring. It was there several of them. One was be strong, I am strong, empower. So that's what the rings were saying. And I give those to my clients.
Yeah, those were nice. I gave it to her. I remember coming home that night. I'm like, look at all this stuff Kimmy gave me. I had the little journal. I had the pen, some tabs.
Yeah.
Keep all organized. I had the ring. And I was like, this is for you, baby cakes. You know what I mean? I haven't seen her wearing it, so I'm gonna get on her ass. But don't disappoint me here.
Well,
Don't
I
have
guess
to,
she feels empowered and strong, so.
Yeah, well, everybody could use a little extra. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. What else you got over
Well,
there?
so I got these bottles. So my personal favorite bourbon when I am drinking is Buffalo Trace, and it's this old school bourbon. And on the bottle, it tells you the story of how they've been making it since 1775, like right before we
Wow.
declared independence from Britain. So this shit is old.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of time to perfect their craft.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I gave those out, and hope they enjoy them, man. To my guys over there, working hard, at over at Menards, and
That's awesome.
enjoy that. Have one on me, player. It's 2022.
He better be listening.
I don't know. Maybe eventually. Right now, I don't think so. Probably not. I have to text the guy, send him a link, which I'll start doing as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a link to text your folks too.
Yeah,
Your
what I would
viewers.
love for everyone to start sharing the podcast if they really like them.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing them even if they don't like them. So
No,
you
I
like
love
it.
this.
I hope you like it. We're gonna keep on doing them. So then hopefully
Give
you
us
like
a
it 'cause we keep
shout
on doing
out.
'em.
Whoever's listening to this, give us a shout out. Tell us what you like.
Probably not the tone of her voice, but the fact that we sang to them, they'll probably appreciate that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Oh man.
We got some
I'm
things
gonna
to work on
it.
in the new year.
I do.
We're gonna have plenty of opportunities on this podcast. I'm gonna start it off right every day and every night.
Well, I wanna work on Pharrell.
I'm happy.
Yes. So we're gonna work on that.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I am happy. I'm always happy.
My sleep was dog shit this week, but my exercise was on point. Like, I'm feeling like the fucking man right now. You know what I mean? Like, it was like maybe one day I missed during the week.
Well,
just sit down there sweating bullets and putting some ammo back in the gun, son.
yeah.
You know?
I'm going to do the same.
I'm happy for you, Boo Boo. You got a trainer?
Yeah. No,
Or
it's
you-
just a good friend of mine. We're going to go to the gym together. We're going to hold each other accountable. We're going to do it. We're going to do this stuff.
Starting
Monday, tomorrow.
tomorrow. You got to go home, get ready for
Explore
the week
Fitness.
ahead. And then friggin' get ready for the morning. What time you starting?
I believe we're going at 11. He's got some office work to do. And then after that,
Okay. Well, you got time to wake up. My goal would be to get to bed at a reasonable hour tonight, and then get here to the office early in the morning and just get downstairs. And I don't have time to do a lot. Like I feel like I'm like, man, how did I spend like a whole hour and a half, friggin', exercising or whatever? But you got to leave the phone down and not be sending texts in the middle of sets or something. That's why your shit gets drawn out. But
yeah,
I'll probably do like
you got to
15 minutes on the treadmill or something just to get the blood flowing, sweat a little bit, which since I haven't ran that much, 15 minutes is enough to get me sweating. So I'll get in, a good 15 minutes of that and do maybe like 3 or 4 sets of a weight training circuit that I do. And
That's
I
what
should
we're
be good
going
to
to
go,
work on. Yeah. We're going to work on that. We're going to change it up every week. And then by March, we're going to start swimming. So that'll be good.
Swimming, huh?
March or April, start swimming.
Swimming is a really, really good exercise. It's really good cardio, but I'll tell you what, I feel hungry as hell. Like, never hungrier after I'm done swimming.
You know what? It's not that you're hungry. You're dehydrated. You got to drink a lot of water.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, you need to drink a lot of water with some lime.
After swimming?
Yeah. Even before.
I'll do that, but I'm pretty sure you burn a lot of calories when you're swimming. Like
Yeah.
that dude Michael Phelps, the guy who won the gold medal, when he's training for the Olympics, that guy eats like 10,000 calories a day or some shit like that. That's
oh my
a lot
God.
of calories.
That's crazy.
There's a episode of like 2020, or maybe it was 60 Minutes. I think it was 60 Minutes, and they interviewed Michael Phelps, and they kind of followed him around when he was, training and going through his routines. And he was sitting there at a table in a diner, and he had like a pizza or 2 pizzas, like a couple of cheesecakes for dessert, and like a hamburger and shit. Like that's all for you? And he's like, yeah.
Wow.
That's just to maintain his weight.
Oh my God.
To maintain his weight at like whatever the hell his natural weight is.
I would love to have a nutritionist because I have hypothyroidism and my metabolism is very slow. So I always have to work out, eat right. And I'm a vegetarian, so I'm limited to what I eat. But I always take my vitamins. Those are my big thing is vitamins. Lots of greens.
Yeah.
Love my greens.
Greens are good. Mm-hmm. Love some greens.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're doing good stuff. I mean, if you have that hyperthyroidism, it sounds like you're already on a good track. You're starting now exercising tomorrow with your friend who's going to kind of like keep you regimented, keep you on task. Yeah. And then you're eating good, right?
Well, yeah, because I had told you in the last podcast, I meditate in the morning.
Yep.
And so after meditating, I have a healthy breakfast. And then my clients. So now I'm going to do all of that. And then after my clients, go to the gym, come back home, have something healthy to eat, and then meditate again and just kind of woosah.
Fucking sounds awesome.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
And you're
I'll be back in the game again.
Get back in the game, baby.
Yeah. Gotta do this. And I'm not doing it for anyone but myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing it because I'm like, oh, I'm so unhappy with myself. It's not even that. It's my age. I want to stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, same here. just these past couple of weeks, I've been doing better with my exercise, and I said I would in the new year, and I plan on keeping it away the whole year through. But I'm feeling great. I feel stronger. I feel healthier. I feel
alive,
calm.
Yeah.
I feel calm. I don't think the benefits of exercise can be understated. Like good cardio and just getting your heart rate up and just getting your body used to that strain. It's just it rewards you by the way you feel afterward.
Yep. Yep. I'll be out in Indian Creek, California in March, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
You're going to fucking leave me alone for St. Patrick's Day, are you, lass?
I just remembered that now. March 12th through the 19th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's squeeze in a podcast before you go.
Yes.
Little St. Patrick's Day one?
Yeah.
When Irish eyes are smiling.
I'll make sure that I wear my... I'll make sure that I wear my green.
Hell yeah, we're going to have a straight up green 3 weeks straight on that podcast.
Yeah.
3 weeks till St. Patrick's Day. 2 weeks to St. Patrick's Day.
Whoop, whoop.
1 week to St. Patrick's Day.
Whoop, whoop.
And all that bad dreams will go away.
I
Gotta
love
drink
that.
on St. Patrick's Day. Gotta drink on St. Patrick's Day. And if you don't like it, well then get the fuck out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
That's awesome.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right,
Oh
so
shit.
what else you got going on good this week?
So, couple good things. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna reverse through the week. So, middle of the week, I got a call from a good friend of mine. We call him Tiny Pete, and he's in the North Woods of Wisconsin, where my wife and I vacation. We have a family summer home there. And so I met Pete. My neighbor Sean is a really cool dude up there, and he rolls up and he's got friggin' Tiny Pete with him in the car. So he gets out of the car, and this man is 6'4", 6'5", he's the size of Brock Lesnar or somebody from the WWE, and he's a good 300 pounds. Maybe 285, maybe 325. It's hard to tell. He's in that range, but he's solid as a fucking brick house. And,
Wow.
yeah, he's big, and he's a Native American dude, and he's cool as hell. And then he, tells me Native American sayings, and it's so wise and shit. I'm like, man, you guys are so fucking wise, man. I love you, man. It gives me all these good vibes. And so he rolls over there with Sean. I'm a pretty good judge of character, right? So I meet this man, and I'm like, didn't strike me as having a bad bone in his body. I'm not perfect, but I meet somebody, I'm like, yeah, he doesn't seem like he means anybody harm, or he's not plotting something or whatever. He just seems like a good dude,
Yeah.
Which, thank God, right? Because a man with that kind of power, there comes great responsibility with that shit.
Yeah.
He could fuck you up if you want to. You better hope he doesn't have a bad temper. If that man's got a short fuse, ooh.
I need a
God
bodyguard.
help you.
I need a
You
bodyguard.
need a gun. You need a gun. You need a good one, or maybe a couple of people with guns. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Pete's this real good dude. So, we just got up there, and we're like, hey man, we're thinking about having a cookout, the other night. You guys should come through. I'm like, however, bring your wife, your friends or whatever. So they brought a few people by. They got the kids. We're just out there, we have a little driveway and a barbecue, a couple tables and chairs set up or whatever, and we just hung out, friggin' eating chicken, right off the bone. We had a little salmon. We did a nice salmon. And some mac and cheese. We could big old friggin' granny pot full of that mac and cheese cooked up for everybody. And what else did we have? We had
Mac and cheese is my
corn on the cob.
favorite.
Corn on
yeah.
the motherfucking cob we had. And the thing I love about the corn is when you're up in the country or these rural areas, they'll sell really good sweet corn just right out of dude's truck. Motherfucker just has a whole back truck full of sweet corn or whatever, all sorts of different vegetables. You can get all this shit fresh. So we'll buy ours there, support local business, or we'll get it when we're at the store. There's a local store in the one thing, and I'm not a huge fan of Walmart, but they got a Walmart over there, and that's all they got. So it's you go to fucking Walmart and you get good deals or whatever. And so we had to cook the corn on our little grill, and I switched over. Sometimes I need to fire that shit up right away, so I bought a nice propane one this year because I was using charcoal over there, and it's sometimes it's just me and Sarah, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get this big ass fire going, and we're only putting like 2 steaks on there or something, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I switched over to propane, and anyway, we had a good cookout, and I got to know them. And so these dudes, Sean has his own construction business, and I think he calls it SK Construction. I don't have his business card handy, but in my mind's eye, that's what's popping up. Sean Klink, shout out to Sean Klink, and so Pete works with him, and that's why they were rolling together. And Pete will work with him like part time. I think he's kind of looking around at like more full time stuff or whatever. But he was working with Sean, so I was like, dude, why don't we go golfing this weekend, man? Like, there's a lot of nice golf courses up there in the area, and it's like right out in the middle of nature. You go get some sunshine, some fresh air, you little
that's
Bambies
awesome.
walking by on the grass when you're trying to hit. Watch out, baby.
Ball.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
That's what you said. Ball. Ball. They're like, what? 4? Bam. Ow. Why did you say 4? I could have been forewarned. That's the short version of 4. Forewarned, motherfucker.
No.
Golf ball's coming right at your dome, bitch.
Ball just reminded me of when we were kids and playing out in the street. And we would
Ball.
yell.
You would just yell ball at each other? This is some north side shit.
Actually,
Over here we say 4 on the south side. You better watch out before you get hit in your fucking head.
you know what? Maybe they were saying that all that time, and I thought it was
Ball. Ball.
Who knows?
What? What kind of wording is that? But yeah, so friggin' so you know I bonded with Tiny, and you know, like I said, we went out golfing, all this stuff. So he called me up this week, and he's like, hey man, he's like, can I use you as a job reference? And I was like, absolutely, man. Like,
Yeah.
like if that's something very simple you can do to help somebody, is like give him a good reference. When somebody calls up, tell them the shit I just said. Like, doesn't strike me as having any malice, you know, like he's not out to
Right.
harm anybody, but you know, God help you if you got on his bad side, I would think. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I would love to, man. Just like try to let me know the number they're gonna call from, so I know, you know, keep an eye out. You know, and
Yeah.
so so I met him, and we've been chatting over time, and he started showing my wife like some pictures of some art he made. And so they were chatting, and it turns out, you know, he had made this piece of art that we bought, and we didn't even know it, but we found out because she started talking to him about the art.
Huh.
And so he was showing her pictures, like, yeah, this is stuff that I painted. I'm like, God bless this man. He's just on his spare time sitting around doing some peaceful shit, right? Like, it's like a landscape of the sky with like the sun going down and stuff. I'm like, man, you're fucking awesome. And so they started chatting, and he's like, oh, he's like, do you sell your art? And he's like, yeah, sometimes I'll sell it. My sister-in-law has a shop, and he's like, I'll sell it there or whatever. And we're like, no shit. We're like, that's where we got this piece of art. So we were in this shop, and it's like somebody in his family owns it, his cousin, sister, somebody. And we saw it in there. Sarah saw it. She's always got an eye out for things. She's thinking of other people, and that makes me a better person because that makes me think of other people too.
Yeah.
But she goes, hey, we should buy that for Dad, for her dad, because he's a Marine, and you know his birthday was coming up. So we see it there. They're like, oh, you know, it's pretty nice. So I got it, and we couldn't believe it when we were talking to this guy, because it has some information on there. So his native name is Looking Eagle. So it's Pete Looking Eagle Laffey, I think is his last name, Laffey. And so he did this really cool, like, piece of art. So first of all, he had to carve it. So this is like a quarter piece of log or something. And I'll show this to the viewers so they can see it as well. But it's like he carved it out, and it's for the Marine Corps. It says first in, last out. It's got the United States flag in the shape of the United States with a Marine Corps bulldog in the center flexing hard as hell. And then it says USMC on the right-hand side. So this is it. You can see that.
That is crazy amazing.
It's pretty cool, right?
Wow.
Yeah. It's heavy, too. So I'm going to set this bad boy down on the table over there. But
Yeah.
it's nice up close. We're going to hang it up next door.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. All the viewers out there, look at that.
That is
Fucking
sharp.
awesome, right?
That is a beautiful piece.
Yeah, just
Love it.
That's that dope-ass USMC regalia. I'm getting old, but all the shit that's going on nowadays makes me want to join the Marines, but not the sissy ones that are going on today, like with all the bullshit. They can't even yell at these people, the drill instructors, and be like, oh, you offended my feelings. Like, I want the one from, like, the 60s or the 70s.
When they're spitting in your face.
Lie, motherfucker. It's like, what are you looking at? Don't fucking look at me. Just go, go, go. And you're like, yes, that's the guy I want.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in war. You got to be ready for that shit. Can you
And
imagine
not
it's like some
scared.
sissy-ass social media motherfuckers from today's generation get caught in the theater of war because we have to go to war in the future, and they're like, what are you yelling at me for? Like, just, can you text me? You know what I mean? Like, they don't know how to handle that shit. Like, you got to be ready, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. A break? A break.
A drink break? Well, I had my LaCroix over here and my regular water here, and I'm like, I need a little carbonation.
Yeah.
But, so that was the story with Pete, Tiny Pete. And the other thing I did was I went to a funeral last weekend.
Oh.
And so it was actually a good experience. You would think, you know, wow, that must have been depressing. Mm-hmm. The answer is no, it wasn't. So it was my wife's stepsister. So my wife growing up had a couple of stepsisters, and, you know, it was their father passed the name. The man's name was Donald Richardson. And he was a 40-year veteran of the Chicago Police Department. He was in Vietnam, so he's a Marine in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, he had lived a lot of life. He had 4 wives. So this guy he's a lover for sure. Right?
Apparently.
A lover. He just loved to love. He loved to love you, baby. And so, you know, and I could see all this because you go into the funeral home, you know, and they had all these pictures. So you could see this man, like, from his young age, you know, and going into the service and then getting back in CPD. And he had a motorcycle, too. He loved to ride his motorcycle. And I guess, unfortunately, in the last maybe 10 years, he got into a bit of an accident. So I don't know if he rode again after that. It wasn't bad. I don't know if I think his physical abilities were a little bit limited, but the guy was alive.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was thinking about it. Like I said, you know, usually funerals like a negative thing. And I wrote down like all my feelings about this, but for me, it was a very positive emotional experience. So I felt like sadness and happiness at the same time, but it was one of the most perfect services I'd ever been to. It started off with this police officer, and he was a deacon, and so he's the one who kind of, you know, made the remarks, and he was, you know, leading us through the ceremony, and he was very polished. You could tell he had done it before. He's like the Chicago accent, like maybe not as bad as on Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, where they fake it like too much or whatever, but you know, he was typical Southside guy, like kind of like me, only another person. You know what I mean? Like just a typical Irish Southside guy. His name was Kevin, probably O'Flaherty or something like that. I don't know. I got to find out his last name. I want to get in touch with this guy actually. But you know, he's clearly done this many times at all these different funerals for police officers.
Okay.
And he was kind of like firm and fair as a speaker. It was kind of like he was a good backbone for the whole thing to kind of guide us through, you know, if you will. And the guy who passed away, Donald, his wife came up, and his current wife, like I said, he was married 4 times. His current wife is kind of a small lady. She's short, Filipino lady, she's real nice. But what I couldn't believe is when she got up there, like how strong she was, you know, because she cared for this man deeply, and he really loved her too. And when he was sick, you know, with the accident, and you know, he was ill at the time of his death as well. You know, she took good care of him.
Oh.
And so I couldn't believe how strong she was. Like, she got up there, and she was very thoughtful in her remarks, and really, you know, said good things about her husband, and she stayed strong most of the time. There was a couple parts near the end where her voice started to weaken, and she was probably close to crying, but she made it through, and I was just like, man, you know, I really appreciate the ability of other people to be strong in times of sadness. And what was really I admire is like, it's not easy to write a good speech or to say the things you want to say when you're feeling that sadness, because you have that sadness in you, and it touches you, and it could stop you from thinking clearly.
Right.
You know?
Of course, definitely.
But to see people, like, the things they say and everything, I'm like, that's like something out of a movie. And I think I fancy myself like a good speaker, or like collected, whatever. And I'm like, I see that, and I'm like, man, you inspire me, when you do that. So that felt good, It felt good to be there and to feel that.
And to hear those words too.
Yeah, and it wasn't just her. I mean, it was like a killer's row of heavyweights coming up with their, emotional speeches. Like, let's see, I mentioned his wife, and I want to say thank you to her as well. They had a very nice luncheon afterward, and the food was delicious, and it was very nice to just be around everybody afterward. But Donald's son and daughters came up. They were overcome with emotion at first, for my friend, my wife's stepsister, for a while I felt like I didn't know if she was going to even be able to speak. I thought she might have to sit down, but she got it. She pulled it in.
She got it through.
And yeah, her remarks were beautiful. His son was the same way. I think his son was the first one to speak, and he kept it short and sweet, but he was just, as soon as he got up there, you could see he was just overcome with sadness, and it's tough to watch, and then the one girl's sister, she spoke as well, and she was funny. She had a lot of like cute, funny things to say, and we sat there and we cried. Like a lot of people, like you could hear the collective sighs in the room. Sometimes at the same time, you could hear people sobbing, and it seemed all right because everybody was doing it at the same time.
Oh.
And it was you could feel it in the air. That's like one of those things where they say, you can feel it. I could feel it too. And for me, I feel like maybe I had some repressed emotions, from the past that kind of came out there, and it felt so therapeutic for me. It was like, this is a time to be sad, and we're all going through this together, and we'll feel better afterward.
Yeah.
And so, when I had my dad's funeral, in his wake, when he passed, like, I just had to like take care of the business part of it and get all the arrangements made and everything, and help my mom with that. And so I didn't really, people are coming and going. You're shaking hands with people, you're greeting them, and you don't really. For me, I didn't really get a chance to focus on the grief,
Yes, I know what you mean.
So I didn't get to focus on it. And also, like, this is a weird thing that might be hard for people to believe, but in law school, you are reprogrammed. You think about, like, you have a very regimented way of analyzing things, and you tend to question a lot of things, or, tend to need more specifics when somebody's being very general with you, or be maybe more general when they're being specific about something, and teach you how to do all this. But part of the education in law school is like teaching you to analyze things without emotion. Like, you're supposed to be neutral, or you're in a situation, if like you're a judge, or if you're representing a client, you're representing their interest as best you can, but you're supposed to do it objectively without emotion. It's not your problem, it's theirs, but you're advocating for them. And so you kind of get detached from emotion, because like you have a problem to solve, and you're looking out for the best interest of the client. So that's kind of what happens. You
can't get emotionally involved with your clients.
Well, not
not
happens
at that level.
That happens all the time. Unfortunately, I had somebody almost start crying on the phone with me a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't a time where they shouldn't have been. It's like they were just having too much anxiety, and they needed to manage that. But I'm like, what I mean is, like,
send them to me.
I don't know if she'll pick up my calls, but but anyway, you know what I mean?
I love working with clients through that. But go ahead.
This girl needed like something else. She needed probably some Xanax, maybe, if I had to guess. But anyway, so we were talking about, being detached from emotion. So like that I haven't been able to like cry since I was in my 20s. I remember going to my room one night, and I don't know if I had been drinking or whatever, but I like fell to my knees and I just started sobbing, and just like getting it all out. And it probably had been built up for a while. But that's the last time I really like cried. Like sadness for me, it's like a brief, strong flash of that emotion, and my eyes might water up a little bit, or my sinuses will start, clogging up, and I just, that's it. And then once that goes away, I can't be sad anymore. But sometimes I feel like you need to be like sad as a therapeutic way of getting it out. Like we talk about whiteboarding and writing stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that like therapeutic cleansing is what happened at that wake, at the funeral services. And you gotta, I feel like, take that emotion head on at the time so that you feel better about it later. Like you were saying, get your thoughts out and everything. It's like, people need that, and we had a good service, everybody wore their masks and stuff, but my hope is that, these, they're trying to coerce you into getting the vaccine, you have to show your proof to sit down in the restaurant or whatever. I hope they don't start doing that stuff like these wakes and funerals. And maybe they were supposed to do that at this one, but those funeral home companies aren't like enforcing it or whatever. And if that's the case, like, I support that, because what I feel about it at the end of the day is it should be just a free choice to make the choice you want. Like,
that's right.
You can get the vaccine if you want it. If you don't, and then just you got to be comfortable with the risk of going out there and living your life. And because stuff like that needs to happen.
Well, this is what I say: have
stuff
the free,
like that funeral.
Yeah, have the. Everyone says my body, my choice, whatever have you, and that is perfectly fine. But please just be respectful of everyone else that are fearful of getting COVID, have gotten the vaccine, still wear a mask, or whatever have you. So just be respectful of those people.
Yeah, I got no beef with any of them. The people that were in the beginning were anti-vax. I'm like, I don't blame you, man. This shit's been like, it's only, they've had this technology for quite a while, but this is the first time they've used it in this way, and they did it within 6 months, and they're telling everybody to get it. And now it carries like, a warning from the FDA that it may cause heart inflammation.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you that stuff up at first. Another thing is, like, when you go into a doctor's office and they're going to recommend a procedure to you or whatever, they say, like, well, here's the risks and then here's the benefits. That didn't happen at all. Like, when I went and got my COVID shot, it was like some Army National Guard members, and I was in a field house, and there was no, like, it may do this, it may do that. It was just like, here's your shot, and then go sit down for 15 minutes to make sure that you don't, like, have a stroke in the first 15 minutes or something like that.
Pass out, hit your head. Yeah.
So I would respect anybody who doesn't want it either, but this thing of, like, get away from me, the devil, like, you're going to throw holy water on me when I walk into a room because, like, you know what I mean? But I'm vaccinated. At the time, my rationale was I'd rather take the risk of the vaccine than the virus, because I had no idea. You see all these reports on the news, oh my God, people's lungs are bleeding inside their body and they have lung clots. Like, I was getting fucking scared, right? So I decided to take the vaccine. But if I could do it all over again, knowing what I know now, I probably would have taken it.
Yeah. Well, everyone that I hang out
There's
with...
other alternative treatments, and that's why I wouldn't have taken it. Because they got monoclonal antibodies. Those are safe and effective. They're already approved. Or I don't know if they want them to be using them on there. But it feels like they just want us to suffer. Like, give you the only excuse me. The only answer is a vaccine. They got ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine that they see. If you use it early in the infection, it'll help you out. But they're not giving us that. People are just suffering out there.
Yes. It's just so scary. We just got to take care of ourselves. Any antioxidants, like fruits like blueberries, things like that. Make yourself a smoothie with that stuff. Potassium, you have your banana. You know what I mean? So make your smoothies. Do your ginger turmeric teas and things like that.
That all sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All of it.
You know what? Starbucks has a tea. It's not on the menu. It's called a medicine ball. It is the bomb. I love it. So, okay. Break for sure.
You want to take a break right now?
Yeah.
Well, we're close to wrapping it up anyway, but we'll take one. We're back like the motherfucking Big Mac or the McRib. It's not back every few months. We're back. But I guess just to wrap it up with that whole, the funeral. It was a good service, and it felt good to get, to be emotional, to get that out, because it'd been a while since I had done it, and I I didn't like cry or anything. I felt the sadness, and it felt good, and maybe some tears, and maybe like a little snot inside the friggin' mask.
Great,
you know
thanks
what I mean?
for sharing.
Part of life when you're crying. But but it was good. So it felt good, and I told my wife, the service was about perfect, and I said that, he was a man that was well liked. He was funny. He really lived life to the fullest, and it kind of reminded me of myself. And I told her I'd like to have that same energy at my funeral. Like I'd like mine to be like that when my day comes. It was a good experience. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to mention before we sign off? We're just hitting them with that little real quick little blue podcast today.
Well, how about
looking to the future?
Yeah.
About what's ahead?
Yeah, the next podcast.
All right, next time when you guys tune in, please. We want you to tune in. I got my guy Matt Thomason. We call him Mateo for short. He's one of my best friends, and he's going to be coming here. So we're going to be talking about all sorts of crazy shit with him, because that guy, he's a thinker. So
I love thinkers.
He's a thinker. So I'd like to hear his analysis on some shit and talk about his time. So he's a captain in the U.S. Army, and he can tell us about all the shenanigans that go on inside the military, hopefully without getting in big trouble with his fucking employer.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Well, he said he can. He's like, I can speak freely when I'm not in uniform. As long as I don't come in here in fucking uniform and start saying some shit. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. You should have some fucking free speech rights. After all,
right?
It is America, and it is in the First Amendment. Freedom of speech.
Yes.
Support the First Amendment.
Yes.
So we got Matt coming through. We'll be hanging out, having a good time. It's going to be fun for sure. So definitely listen to that one. And then we got more guests to come, in the next few weeks after that. But next one is going to be a good one for sure. So that Saturday night, January 22nd, they're having the UFC fights. So he's going to be coming in a couple days earlier than that, shadow me around the job, because he's going to be coming on to practice law with me. He just passed the Illinois bar exam. He has to take the ethics portion, and then they're going to swear him in. So he's going to be coming here to practice. So he'll come in. We got those fights that night. Everybody stop on by. Would I be able to pry you out to get you over here that night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. And hey, everyone, keep watching these podcasts. Share them. Love them.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. Give us some shout outs. Let us know what you want to hear, and we'll talk about it.
Sounds good, yeah. I'll try to get you over here for them fights. And then I have my other friend Yvette. She might want to join Zen Boutique
That would
Life
be
Coaching.
great. Yeah,
I would love for you guys to meet, and I'm going to try to get her out here too. In fact, maybe she can even come on for the podcast with Matt, because they know each other as well.
Oh, great.
And if not, then maybe if I could get her out for the fights, I'm going to try hard. So we'll see. But just want to end on this note. This is something I'll say every podcast as we get ready to sign off. I've gotten to a high level in my life because I've just been kind to people, and I have confidence and charisma, and I like to share that with people and try to make their day and make them laugh, and that's how I make their day, is by making them laugh and just enjoying life, the little small moments, part of the journey, right?
That's right.
So the way I've done this is I've always started from a position of kindness and respect, regardless of the person's race or gender or whatever. Just, hey, how you doing? Good morning, right?
Yes,
and just
please.
let them know, right? Or like, oh man, it was cold out there, ooh, whatever, right? Just a little conversation. We all need that,
Especially
we all need that
in this time.
Yes, especially in this time. Be good, say hello to people, and people like
Yeah.
that. They like to be acknowledged, and you know what I mean. Like, I try to make eye contact with people, or give them a little nod, let them know that, hey, I don't mean no harm to you.
Yeah.
And
Like you said, a good morning, good afternoon. It's going to make somene's day.
Yeah, it's just a good start to the conversation, and
yeah, or just like, wow, someone said good morning to me.
Yeah.
And so, and especially with that smile, you have a smile that's bright. Just show it. People are just going to be attracted to that and go with it all day long. So, yes, be kind, love.
be kind, be respectful. Most of the time, it's going to come back to you. And if it's not, you know who to avoid, because you tried to be nice and they wouldn't
Yeah.
reason with you. But, you know, being kind and respectful, and stay blessed, man. Be good to yourself. Be good to your family. Be good to your community. Get your exercise. You know,
Yes.
help your friends and family exercise. Do whatever you gotta do. You know, live a good life and be good. And stay blessed. Stay sharp. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.
Peace. We love you. Peace out.